hall for Cicero. I remember the first time I had a town hall meeting in Cicero back in 1993. I just got elected Congressman. I didn't represent as much of Cicero then as I represent today. We got more of it after the redistricting in the year 2000. I wanted to make sure that we expanded the residents of Cicero and those that we represented. And I remember that we had a restaurant just like this. And from the moment we asked the restaurant owner and he agreed to the moment that we actually had the activity, there was like 6, 7 threats that they were going to shut them down, 6, 7 inspectors showing up, all kinds of licenses being canceled. You know what? It was wrong then. And it's really a shame that 17 years later, it's still going on in Cicero, but that ends February 24th. With the new administration, with Roberto taking the reins of government, I want to everybody put their hands together, because, you know, it takes a lot of courage. It takes a lot of determination. It takes a deep belief in our democratic principles, core principles, to allow all of us even to enter this facility. Let's give the owner a round of applause. Where in the world, you know, so many of us, tanto de nosotros venimos de países latinoamericanos, donde existen dictaduras militares, donde hay una falta de democracia, donde existen las muertes, la gente desaparece. Y en Cicero hay una especie de dictadura también con la cual nosotros queremos terminar el 24 de febrero, trayendo una nueva democracia aquí al gobierno local. Let me just say, I was astonished to hear, that police chief here has in his garage the posters of Roberto Garcia and his running mates. His son, in his son's garage. And that, now think a moment. The police chief's son has it in his garage and they're still there. I want a day when that doesn't happen. I mean, that is really the ultimate type of situation of not so much of corruption, although it is, but of intimidation and of increasing fear here in the town hall. The police are supposed to serve and defend and protect the people. And one of the basic fundamental rights of the people that should be protected at all times is freedom of speech. That's right. Allowing people to assemble and get together and to speak and to allow others to hear those ideas. That's what this country was founded on. And unfortunately, the town hall president and the police department here doesn't understand. How is it, once again, that we're spending billions of dollars around the world so that people can put up posters, so that people can speak, so that people can gather? And here in the town of Cicero, it isn't happening. That's going to end February 24th. Yeah. I want to say to Roberto and his family and all of the wonderful team that he's assembled here. Redouble your efforts. Redouble your efforts. You know why they're doing this. They want you, A, to spend money that you don't have, right? On lawyers and court. Te quieren quitar las ganas. Quieren que pierdan entusiasmo. Quieren que salgan deprimidos. Quieren que salgan asustados. Quieren que salgan ustedes como con esa enfermedad, esa monga que no te permite levantarte por la mañana. ¿Ah? Y yo he venido aquí con un poquito de penicilina. ¿Ah? Un poco de medicamento en contra del miedo, del dolor, de todas las enfermedades que ellos quieren que ustedes asuman para que se sientan derrotados. No nos vamos a sentir derrotados. Aquí no importa quién está al lado de quién. Aquí lo que importa es lo que ustedes, los que están reunidos aquí, hacen. Miren, la gente van a votar por Roberto y su equipo. Pero tú sabes una cosa, la gente vota por sus vecinos. Si yo voy donde mi vecino y le pido algo, y ese vecino se pone de acuerdo conmigo, ese día ese vecino va a votar por mí. Así que ustedes tienen la voz realmente cantante en todo este proceso. Él es una especie de super político aquí, pero aún con todo el dinamismo, con toda su energía, con todo su entusiasmo, él solamente puede hablar con cierto número de personas durante, hay un sinnúmero de minutos, horas y días. Pero ustedes pueden duplicar, triplicar todo ese proceso con su. Eso es lo que ellos quieren. Ellos quieren que ustedes no estén aquí esta mañana. Ellos querían que yo me quedara en casa. Yo me levanté lo más feliz, lo más contento, porque yo no vine aquí porque yo estoy acertado en quién va a ser el nuevo. Yo no estoy aquí porque un primo, un sobrino, un amigo mío tiene un contrato con Cicero. Yo vine aquí porque yo conozco y reconozco los abusos y creo fundamentalmente en la democracia. Debe haber alternativas y la alternativa se debe dar el día de las elecciones. Garanticen ustedes a través de su trabajo esas garantías de alternativas. That's why we're here. So, look, I want to come back after the 24th. And I want to come back to a swearing in. I want to come back to a swearing in of a whole new team of supervisors, of a new assessor. I want to come back and make sure that education is made a top priority. It is truly a shameful process in the town of Cicero when half the kids can't read 6th grade level in our high school here in Cicero, and they spend millions of dollars on a new town hall. They should spend millions of dollars creating new schools and paying teachers.
That's right.
We should be opening up clinics and affording health care to people who are ill in this town, instead of giving out no-bid sewer contracts and no-bid contracts to have people's. Think about it a moment. Millions of dollars paid to a lawyer to defend the town hall of Cicero? Well, I'll tell you what, with Roberto Garcia as town hall president, people won't have a reason to sue the town hall of Cicero. They're going to be happy with their administration. But when you're spending millions of dollars defending yourself, those are millions of dollars that leave the coffers of our children, of their education, of books, of excellence. That means hundreds of young lives are deprived a fundamental education, which means they have no future. So, you know, this is very serious. We can talk about who tows the cars. We can talk about who cleans the sewers. We can talk about who represents the city from a legal perspective, who the lawyers are, who is making all those millions of dollars. That's important. But what is most important is to understand what is being denied the people when those things. There is a cost, and the cost is the future generation of our children. Let's stand up for the young men and women of Cicero who deserve a top class. Can you imagine putting all those millions of dollars into school books, into teachers, into libraries? I want it to be known that in Cicero nosotros respetamos nuestros niños, nuestro futuro y su educación. Y eso va a traer Roberto Garcia. Work hard, redouble your efforts.